Very good morning, students. This is a lecture on Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare, which I will be discussing to you today about the significance of the title. I hope you have all watched a video, like the movie of Twelfth Night that I've sent last time, and now maybe you are aware of the fact that what Twelfth Night is all about. I would have went through the act-wise summary one by one, but then I thought that it's pointless to do that since we're doing online lectures, and by the time we finish everything, then it will be time for your internal exams and all of that assignments. So it will be like really hectic to go for the line by line analysis of the act. So I thought that probably you should read the summary that I've sent before, and I've also sent the link of the movie last time, so it will be like a guidance for you, and at least you will understand what is going on. You will be also aware of the characters, and you will know what happens, the plot of the play, how it is like. So therefore that's why I did not I did not have like an option to teach the play as in the text wise, but I thought we'll do this since we're doing this online thing, as I mentioned. So today we will be discussing about the significance of the title of the play. Before understanding everything, we'll learn first the significance of the title of the play. So in exams also sometimes you do get questions like explain the significance of the play Twelfth Night or As You Will. The subtitle of this text is As You Will, okay? So sometimes you do get questions like that. So like how to tackle that question, I will tell you in this video lecture today, okay? So I hope it is understood. So let's get started. So Twelfth Night, it is a play that centers around romantic love, and we find that the characters in the play, they are involved in heterosexual relationship. Heterosexual means like being attracted to the opposite sex, mean men attracted to women, women attracted to men. Okay, so this is what we find as the central theme of the play. We also notice that since it is a comic play, as I already told you that it's a romantic comedy, it is very different from most of Shakespeare's plays. So like most of Shakespeare's play, like Romeo and Juliet, maybe I've heard about Romeo and Juliet, then Antony and Cleopatra, we find that we always have death at the end, okay? But in this particular play, at least we find something which is positive. We don't find any death happening. There's no one died, okay, obviously in the play, and it ends with the announcement of marriage, okay? So probably if you have seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about over here. So the play starts with Duke Orsino's speech. To quote, he says, "If music be the fruit of love," okay, unquote. So we find that this Duke Orsino, he is not worried much about people, trying to take away his throne, or about the neighboring countries waging war on any other countries. We find that he is very much at ease with himself. He's like on a holiday, he's on a vacation, he's very much happy. So we find that in the play there's ease, okay? There's we don't find ease in the sense mean like he's very easy, like very comfortable with whatever is going on. We don't find like plots, as in tragic plots, whatever we find in Macbeth or Othello, where people are trying to come and how to say, take over the thrones and be rulers, be king, be an administrator. We find nothing of such over here with Duke Orsino, but just like he was very much happy with whatever is going on with his kingdom at that particular moment of time, okay? So also again, we do see that this particular play of Shakespeare, it is known as a festive comedy. So, from the very first introduction of the play, we find Duke Orsino being talking about this excess love. Okay, so we excess means what? Abundance, right? Like a lot. Then we also find Malvolio being excessively very serious, and then we also find Sir Toby, he's very excessive in merrymaking. So all of these characteristic of abundance or excess, it contributes to the fact that it is part of festivity. When we talk about festivity or festivals, what do we find? Most of the time we find things in abundance, things like a lot of things, right? So this is what 12 Night is about. It is a festive comedy. It has abundance of everything, abundance of merrymaking, abundance of love, abundance of seriousness. Like it is intermingled, it is mixed, okay? Also, maybe you have noticed that the title, as I said, it has two, I mean, like the play has two titles. One is 12 Night, and the second part of the title is What You Will. So the first part of the title, 12th night, as I already told you in the very beginning of the class, that it means the 12 days after Christmas, the festivities that is celebrated after Christmas. And in the second part of the title, What You Will, it means or it signifies freedom, freedom to act, freedom to do whatever you want, freedom to see things accordingly, okay, like to whatever extent you want. So this is what we find in the two titles of the play. So when we talk about the title, there are two things we have to keep in mind. When coming to 12th night, it means festivities, and then what you will, the second part of the title, it means liberty or freedom, freedom to do whatever you want in your day-to-day life. We are talking about here in this particular play is about the 12 days after Christmas is a celebration of that is after Christmas, after 12 days, it comes to 6th January. Okay, so on the 6th January, what happened was that in the Elizabethan England, so since Shakespeare is an Elizabethan writer, Elizabethan playwright, so what happened in the Elizabethan England then was that after the 12 days of Christmas, like it's the final phase of the celebration of Christmas, what the people they used to do was that they engaged themselves in this merrymaking, means like to be happy, or in modern words, you can say party, okay, like full on blown party. So what they used to do was that they used to drink wine, they used to have festivals, and they used to have dance programs like dancing, they used to go to the ball, masquerading, and all of these things, okay? So if you want to know more about this, then we will discuss after you finish to listen to this video lecture. So what we find also in 12 Night, this festivities is represented by this character Toby Belch. Toby Belch, as you know, as I said, that he is an excessive character in merrymaking, and he always likes to drink. Okay, and so what we find here is that Toby Belch, his title Belch also suggests uh, the sound that we made after we overeat, okay, belching or belch. So this is what the festivities it signifies. It's not only that we find that Sir Toby, in context of the play, that since he is a person fond of festivities, who is very much into drinking and eating, that make him a festive person, a merry person. But also we find that he is one such character that tries to goes against the rule, like the second part of the title, What You Will. He tries to defy, okay, defy the rules means like to go against the rule and be what he wants to be, okay. Also we find in the play with Sir Toby and Sir Andrew Aguecheek, since like they belong to the higher section of society, they are knights, they are fighters, they do not prefer like chivalry means going out in the battlefield and fight. It's not that they were cowards or anything, but the philosophy of life was not chivalry, but actually it is merrymaking and how to enjoy life. Okay, so this is what we find uh, in the character of Sir Toby Belch and Sir Andrew Aguichi. So this also again signifies the part of merrymaking, festivities, enjoyment, partying. In other words, you can say like that. Do not use the word partying in your answer. It is very incomprehensible. It doesn't go. But I'm just trying to make the concept clearer to you. That's why I'm using such modern words. Okay. So there is another thing about the play also. We have a difference between this one. One word, carnival, Carnival means festival, and then the other word, carnivalesque, Carnivalesque. So carnivalesque means to represent plays or narrations in a funny manner. Okay. So what we find here in Twelfth Night, the tradition of narration is actually in the carnivalesque manner, where we find the story is narrated in a funny mode, in a funny way, and we find there is a lot of confusion. Like we talked about masquerading, I told you now about masquerading, and I also told you about merrymaking after the 12th night of Christmas, that is on 6th January. So people would wear masquerades. Masquerades, Masquerades, means to wear masks. Maybe you have seen in movies or in serials or TVs where they used to have this party where they used to wear masks and then they will not be able to identify each other. So this is what 12th night also is going through into that direction. And then the masquerade part that I'm talking about here is about Olivia involvement with Viola and Sebastian and also with Duke Orsino, okay, where this illusion is created. In this context, we find that the play is actually divided into two I can say sections. One is that if one represents merrymaking, the other represents seriousness, like in the character of Sir Toby and Malvolio. And then again, if we find illusion as in the disguise of Viola, then we find reality also in Sebastian. Okay, so these are the things that we will be discussing on for today, and I will be sending you a note on the significance of the title, so please go through that. And if you have any doubts or any question concern, please do not hesitate to ask. And I really hope that you have watched the movie so that we will not have any confusion of what we are talking about over here, and it will be easier for you to understand. Okay, so we'll stop here and we'll continue the rest of the class with the discussion. Thank you.